Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my fellow YouTubers. Welcome to another edition of Aries Sky Ridley's video blog. I'm Aries Sky. So I have a couple of updates for you on the stimulus updates. So a couple things that's coming out right now is the President of the United States is going to double down on tax rebates, basically tax cuts, temporary tax cuts, which he's basically demanding that gets put into the next bill. Mind you, it does not look good. He's double downing on tax rates. Okay, that's the first thing I want to do. So it just came out here. Says is doubling down in tax cuts, temporary tax cuts. But there's a couple of things I want to share with you as well. So basically, this won't help the jobless Americans that lost their jobs to the dodo bird. On another news, 65% of these tax cuts would only benefit 20% of the taxpayers that were richest. So the richest 20%. You see this? These numbers don't lie here. I mean, literally, they're basically going ahead and saying, we're going to screw over you mofos from getting a second check. I should have renamed the title, but you know what? I can do it later. So, second thing on the second stimulus is they're working on 40,000 or below for those people with tax cuts. So, if there is no tax cuts, and he's double downing on tax cuts because he wants to screw over the poor, he wants to screw over the people on benefits, he wants to screw over everyone, it's not going to pass. The Democratic-controlled House is going to butt heads with him. There is more on this news. Second part of the news, and I'm not belittling the president, okay? Second part of the news is big. President said the second stimulus is going to be mostly earmarked for businesses and for the business owners, corporates, chain, franchise, etc. So that means they're already putting together a package, and it's going to be bailing out Wall Street again and Main Street, but it ain't going to be it's not going to be benefiting Mr. and Mrs. John Q. taxpayer. No, they're basically throwing it to the wolves. The next step is really big news. They said that Mitch McConnell is going to go back and he's going to draft the bill. Not just draft it, but ask everyone in the Republican caucus to give their ideas for the next bill, right? And while he's doing that, it's basically another delay tactic, all right? So as you all know, it's about almost 3:30. They're going to be going home soon, so Monday has been completely shot to poop. That leaves Tuesday and Wednesday. And then that just leaves Tuesday, which means they'll go back and they'll start talking to their caucus. Now, I know some of you have asked me time and time again, well, if we don't get a stimulus check by the 31st, we're going to vote him out of office. We need that check now. They don't care if you freaking live under a bridge, all right? They don't give two craps if you die in a rotten casket. They don't care. What they're doing is they're delaying it. I've said this time and time again. People think that I'm full of beans, but look at the way it is. You got these people doing update videos and going, oh, yeah, we're going to get a stimulus check. Oh, yeah, I meant for these people. It's not on the table. I mean, look. There's going to be 14 more business days or working days to hammer out a check. I guarantee that they're going to hammer out the checks, or not hammer out the checks, sorry, hammer out the bill between the 27th and the 31st if they're ready for it. If they're not ready for it, remember, Mitch McConnell wants liability for schools, hospitals, and um, businesses till like 2024. That's them just saying that this virus is going to be around till 2024. Sorry to say, okay? So today's the 20th. A lot of people have been like, oh yeah, tonight we're going to be getting another check. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, they're going to be hammering out a $2,000 bill. They're not going to be hammering out $2,000 per person. I mean, look, we don't even know how many people under the 40,000 mark would get it, okay? Now, picture, let's just say everyone on government benefits, which is about 130 million people. That's $2,000 a month for 130 million people. For that, let's just say it's 1/3 of the country, right? So you're looking at approximately $4 to $6 trillion for 18 months, which ain't bad, but they're not going to pay $4 to $6 trillion. Hell, they don't even want to pay $2 trillion. The Republicans, they're not even giving a cost. That's the other thing you guys need to know about the stimulus check. They're not thinking about the cost. They're only thinking about $1 trillion. President said he won't basically pass anything or sign anything without tax cuts. He's doubling down. I'm sorry, but guess what? Even if he's doubling down, right? Here's what's happening, all right? I know others and Sister Pee Wee and others will watch this video and say, well, what's my opinion? And, Pee Wee knows that my opinion is I'm neutral. But I got to give you my honest numbers here, okay? If the president goes ahead and doubles down on tax credits, okay, tax cuts for the stimulus, double down on tax credits, right? And cuts out Social Security, cuts out Medicare. What's that going to do to the country? A, it screws over the elderly and the disabled. Ain't going to vote for him. He's out the window. They're going to go for someone else. Two is you vote for tax credits, right? Tax credit. Doubling down on tax credits, right? That shows that he's for big business and he doesn't care if Mrs. and Mr. John Q, taxpayer, lives in a tent while he eats caviar and goes, oh, you're taxpayer. I mean, look, I'm not going to belittle the guy, okay? But all I want to say out of love for you all is if he does tax credits and he doubles down on tax credits, he's going to do one major thing, and that is he's going to lose his constituents, literally. They might like the idea of going back to work, but what happens? What happened? What happened to um, the tax credits? I mean, if you look at it, right, the tax credits is not going to make, it's going to make, I mean, we're looking at double downing on tax credits is going to destroy the country, destroy it, because without people to I'm trying to find something. Payroll tax cut, that's what it is. Without paying Social Security, Medicare, he cripples it more. The elderly ain't gonna vote for that, all right? You know dang good and well the elderly won't. And anyone on Social Security, disability, retirement, veterans, survivors, all of these, they're gonna go and do a payroll tax cut. And they're doing it because they want a payroll tax cut. That's the thing. They want a payroll tax cut. And to do that, what's going to happen? It's going to kill Social Security. It's going to kill Medicare. It's going to take away for the elderly that need it. For what? To destroy America. America is going to be more and more destroyed if they don't get off their ass and give the people what they need. Now, I say you don't bitch and gripe about people needing $2,000 a month. That's your opinion. I don't. But I think another $1,200 stimulus ain't going to do jack shit for the economy, and it ain't going to help out the problem. All right, let me put it to you this way. All right, as I watch how they want to give deals, okay, they want to do lower unemployment. They don't. I mean, we're only speculating here, okay? I've seen videos all day. Oh yeah, they don't want to give. They don't want to give extend the unemployment benefits if they don't. And some of these people's jobs, with the dodo bird, there's nothing left for them. Or what about the speculations? Right now the Republicans are talking big business and they're screwing over the Democrats. Unfortunately, here's how I see it. Okay, the ones that don't mind and are making a living and supporting themselves, those are the ones that aren't going to have any freaking problems. I just hate freaking knots. And I brush all the damn time. I must brush 20 times a day and I still get knots. Now, here's the deal. If they do payroll tax cuts and there's no jobs to give, then you've just killed off a lot of people and made them homeless. And if you didn't kill them off, you made them homeless. I know some people might argue with me on this next debate part, but I would like to say that if they're doing this for the second stimulus, okay, if the Republicans are doing this, are they trying to kill their own party? I mean, literally, are they trying to get the American people so riled up? I mean, literally, it doesn't make sense what they're doing. There. All right. So, what's that tell you? It tells you simple. The American people need to have the help. Right now, some of these people in America, are hurting, and yet they're not getting anything. They're not doing anything. Who messaged me? So, I mean, literally. First of all, the other thing I want to say is I want to thank Pee Wee for some updated information. I will watch it eventually. Right now, I'm busy. I mean, right now the news is they're going to turn around and they're going They're going to turn around, and what they're going to do is, and I'm not trying to belittle the Republican Party. No, I'm not going to belittle the Democratic Party. I will say that someone has to come to compromise. Unfortunately, they're not. And so Mitch McConnell's passing a bill secretly that's not going to talk about anything when it comes to um, stimulus checks. Now, I know, um, you know, that a lot of these people's videos that are given, I won't click on them because, unless I have actual concrete proof from my news sources, it doesn't exist. You know, literally, no one in their right mind is going to do much, and so people ask me all the time, are we going to get a second stimulus? So still the answer is maybe. The answer is maybe, and the answer will be maybe. So right now, Mitch McConnell is going to go ask the caucus if what they want to put in this bill. Now, I don't know if we're going to get a second stimulus or not for the elderly, but there's a lot of people out there that think that they're entitled to more than $1,200 a check if you get one. If you get $1,200, take it and quit bitching. And if you think you're worth more than $1,200 because you're struggling, I'm sorry to say it wasn't the government that made you struggle. If you're on government benefits, you're supposed to make it last. If you don't make it last, well, that is your problem. I'm going to go for a bit. Please look for part 3. Thanks for watching. Please add and subscribe. Please post comments. Please leave feedback, suggestion. Hit the like, subscribe button. Wholesome funny for your family, including your dogs, your cats, your bunnies, your service dog. Hit the bell and notification. It's wholesome funny for the family. Thanks for watching, and God bless you in everything you do.